Hello and welcome to Raising the Bar Sports Picks, where we have today's best value picks, and at the same time, we have an ice cold beverage. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and like, subscribe, and share this show. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the little bell, so you'll be alerted every time we have a new show. Today is Tuesday, March 3rd, 2020. Today's beer is called TRAILBLAZER and is by Connecticut Valley Brewing Company. It's 8% alcohol by volume and it's a New York style IPA. And their website will be in the description, and it's at ctvalleybrewing.com. Also in the description will be a little time tag, so you can go right to our picks if you want to skip over the beer and everything else that we do here in the show. It's a pretty good day outside. Not as nice as it was yesterday in this area, but you know, we'll take it. We will take it. There's the can. Alright. Not too bad. Not too bad. We have a lot of games today. In NBA, NCAA, the tournaments are starting today. I like this. This is good. Now this is the type of IPA I like. 8% alcohol by volume. 4 of these, you'll be feeling nice. You'll be on the clouds a little bit. That's a man's drink right there. All right. I'm gonna go up to the top. I don't know why I'm at the bottom of the page here. Jesus. You get some of these beers that just taste right. That's good. That's good. All right, let's go on to some of these picks today. Yesterday we had a pretty good day. Today we're gonna have a better day. So starting off, Iowa State Cyclones versus West Virginia Mountaineers. Right now, West Virginia Mountaineers, they are favored by 6. That game starts at 9 p.m. The home record for Iowa State is 11-5. The away record for West Virginia is 6-8. Against the spread, Iowa sits real nicely at 10-6. West Virginia, they are 5-9. Iowa State is playing some really good ball, and if you've been betting with them recently, you've been winning a lot of money. West Virginia, if you've been betting with them, you've been losing some, right? So the better team right now playing at this time of the year is Iowa State, and they've been covering. So we're going to take Iowa State, and we're going to take them as the dogs +6. And also with this game, I also like the under at 139. So it's kind of 2 picks in 1, right? Moving on quickly. So we have a lot of games on this slate, so you know, hopefully, you know, we have a short show with a lot of picks. Moving on to another 7 p.m. game. It is Davidson versus Richmond, and at this point, Richmond is favored by 6. Home record for Richmond is 13-2. The away record for Davidson, 5-12. Against the spread, Richmond is 10-5. They've been covering like a motherfucker. Away against the spread, Davidson is 4-13. Davidson has been playing like straight up shit lately. They have to have a good home record at 10-1, but Richmond at this point of the year, they are playing a better ball. So we are going to take with our second pick, kind of third because we took the under 139 for the last game, but nevertheless, we are going to take Richmond and we're laying the points at 6. our third game. We're looking at the Massachusetts Lowell River game versus New Hampshire. And right now, New Hampshire is laying 3.5. That game is also at 7 p.m. Against the spread, Massachusetts is 11-18, where New Hampshire 16-9-1. The home record for New Hampshire is 10-2, and the away record for Mass is 4-9. Against the spread, New Hampshire is 7-2-1, and the away record against the spread for Mass is 6-7. Now, New Hampshire has a kid named Josh Hopkins. He's attempted 188 three-pointers at this point of the year, and he has made 32% of them. In his last 3 games, he has been 8-17 from that mark. He's been 8-17. That kid could shoot his ass off. Now, New Hampshire beats out Massachusetts in every way when I was looking at their stats. And when it comes down to points, field goal percentage, free throw percentage, every single way, up and down, defensively, offensively, New Hampshire beats Massachusetts. So we're going to lay the 3.5 because New Hampshire also has a stout defense. So Massachusetts is not going to be able to score the way they need to against New Hampshire. So let's lay the 3.5 for our pick. Our next game and our final NCAA game on YouTube. Now on Twitter, we're going to have a couple because there's so many games out today. We're also going to place some picks on Twitter, which we love, okay? So with this game, we're looking at the Duquesne Dukes against VCU. That game is at 7 p.m. And right now, VCU is laying 5.5. Okay, they're laying 5.5. So the Dukes are 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 games as a road underdog. Dukes, excuse me. Dukes are also 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games as an underdog. VCU, on the other hand, the Rams are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 games as a team with a winning straight-up record. The Rams are also 4-9 against the spread in their last 13 games following a straight-up win. Rams are also 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. With this game, we are taking the underdogs yet again with a better team. I mean, we have a lot of underdogs on this card today. And we're going to take those 5.5 and we're going to take them running, right? And that's our last NCAA game for YouTube. Let's go over to the NBA. We have Sacramento Kings laying 4 versus Charlotte Hornets, 7 p.m. The home record for Charlotte Hornets is 9-18. And the away record for Sacramento Kings, 10-20. Against the spread, Charlotte Hornets home 11-14-2. And against the spread for Sacramento Kings, 14-14-2. At this point in the year, Charlotte Hornets actually, they have been coming alive and playing a lot better ball lately. The Spurs are 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 after 100 points in more than the previous game. So the Spurs are also 0-4 against the spread in their last 4 overall games. The Spurs are 0-4 in their last 4 after 100 points or more in the previous game. I just said that. What the fuck? All right, I don't know why I double bet. Okay. And also, so going over to the Charlotte Hornets, they are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games versus a team with a losing straight-up record. Hornets are 4-1 in their last 5 games following that against the spread win. And they are, in the last 5, with the opponent scores 100 points or more, they are 4-1. They have weapons, right? and they score a lot. So let's just say, I think this drink is getting to me. I don't know why, probably because I didn't eat. But okay, we're looking at Charlotte plus the 4. That's our pick. I'm gonna take a little bit more of this. Shit. Charlotte plus the 4. Another underdog. All right. Our second and final NBA game, because look, let's just tell the truth. NBA has not been predictable, and as far as a betting world, right? As far as being a bettor, you don't want to bet the NBA with your life because they're so unpredictable. But we got 2 good games. Let's look at the Washington versus Sacramento Kings game, where the Sacramento Kings are favored and laying 5.5. That game is at 10 p.m. Washington, they are 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 against the Pacific Division. They're 8-22 on the road this season. They are 5th in the NBA in scoring averaging and 115 points per game. That's what they score, but they give up an average of 119 points. So a lot of points for and against them. But Beal has been outstanding and nasty. He's been playing off the charts, right? He's been posting 34 points per game. Sacramento Kings, they're 5-1 against the spread in their last 6. Fox is sporting a 20.1 points per game, right? And they're averaging 108 points per game and giving up 110. So with this pick, we're going to take Sacramento Kings laying the 5.5 and the over 232, because I believe they're going to score a lot of points and they're going to go over. And that's our last pick for NBA. Let's go over to the NHL because there's so many fucking games right now. Let's go over to them. Let's go over to Buffalo Sabres versus Winnipeg Jets at 8 p.m. All right. Right now, Winnipeg is favored by 150, $1.50. Buffalo, in the last 5 games, they're 1-4. The Jets are 13-5 in the last 18 games versus Buffalo. They own their asses. And the Jets are getting healthier, and they're right now they're outside looking in the playoffs. So at this point of their year, they need to win against a team of Buffalo that is going in the opposite direction. So with this pick, we're looking at Winnipeg, and we're laying the 150. And we're going to take that. And with our last pick, let's go over to the Boston Bruins game versus Tampa Bay Lightning, who are laying $1.27. And that game is slated for 7:30 p.m. Tampa Bay are 1-4 in their last 5 after a few weeks of tearing through NHL. They've been killing it. Think about it. Tampa Bay, nobody wanted to play Tampa Bay for a couple weeks there. I was telling a buddy of mine, no matter what, I'm just going to bet Tampa Bay. I'm not even going to look at the points or points against. Tampa Bay is so high, I was going to bet them no matter what, right? But at this point, they have they're 1-4 in the last 5, so they have come back to earth, and they're more a regulated team. But the Bruins are on the other hand, they've been 4-0 against in the last 4 against Eastern Conference. They're 13-3 in their last 16 games. Bruins have sustained and been the #1 team in the NHL. So with this pick, because the Bruins are going to, I think Tampa Bay's their woes are not going to stop. You know, I think that they're coming. You know, they were what they were, and they had a little hot streak. But at this point, the #1 team is the Boston Bruins, and you know, I think they're going to be a little perturbed at the fact that they're underdogs. So right now we're going to take Boston Bruins with our final pick. So that's our show, and those are our picks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this show. I mean, honestly, at the point in this stage of the show, we're just trying to grow day by day. Obviously, you see how many people have subscribed. We are trying to grow. We will grow. Like us on Facebook. That's another way we're going to grow. Follow us on Twitter. You're going to get additional games. You're going to get additional picks. So really, if you could follow us, it's going to be beneficial to you and us. Until next time, I appreciate you coming by the bar, spending a little time with us, and until next time.